I laid pipe and did heavy civil utilities and dirt work. There's rules everywhere. You get in trouble for not wearing a vest, but you had high-vis t-shirt on and it's 100 degrees out. Then you have to make a big incident report and then have to talk to several safety people, and nobody's got time for that.
We were all seen as policemen. We would walk out and write tickets. This many people don't have safety glasses, we're not using wheel chocks, missing that PPE, and we just write tickets, right? That's not the way it should be.
If you look at our industry, we've done a really good job of lowering our OSHAs and DARTs, but the fatality trend line continues, and it made us realize that we needed to look for a different way.
Bringing in the capacity model into our training, it was really exciting. First off, because Matt Comfer invented it. Matt's just an amazing individual and a maverick in our industry. Probably the most passionate safety person I've ever known in my career. And so when he came up with this new model and explained it to us, there was a lot of excitement for us.
The capacity model is how we think about safety. We want to plan and execute our work as if failure will happen today. When you walk onto the job site, we want you to identify the shit that kills you and plan your work to absorb failure without hurting anyone. The rascal is back.
When we got married, I wanted to have a house full of kids. And Matthew was so bad as a baby, I said, no more. We can't do this again.
Right out of high school, I had bills to pay. I went to work at the local steel mill. We did a lot of hard work forming the steel, making the springs. This was early 90s, and it was ran kind of like it was in the 1950s or 60s. We didn't have a safety person. We didn't know much about it, and my buddies were getting hurt.
He would get burns on his arms.
And it was kind of a defining moment to me because back at the steel mill, I'd kind of got the safety bug and really started getting involved in safety. Well, somewhere around 2016, I started talking to Quanta about coming over. The problem that we were having, we would have good numbers, we'd go to meetings, report out quarterly board, look at this TRIR, and the next day or soon after, we'd have a significant event, a life-changing, life-altering, or even a life-ending event. And we just could not figure out why. So it really drove me to step back, jump into research. There was this new view of safety out there. There was a lot of thought leaders like Todd Conklin and others. One of the things that we realized and started to realize through this time is the stuff that hurt us is a lot different than the stuff that kills us. The magic 4 words is shit that kills you, or what we call sticky. That's real life talk. When I walk up to a crew and the first thing I ask, hey, what's the shit that could kill me with this task today? It completely changes the conversation that I have with that crew. But even more importantly, when I have that foreman get out there in the morning and they get ready to climb the pole or they get ready to go in the ditch, and they ask their crew those questions. What's the shit that's gonna kill you? What are you doing about it? And is that enough? If we get those 3 questions right, we will always come home.
Having been through fatalities, even one of my dad's best friends, that's life-altering. And so when you're going through a life-altering event early, I think you have it in your mind that you never want to see that again.
Duke challenged me and collectively all of Quanta to lead this industry in safety. So we had the vision. What we didn't have was, how are we going to train 50,000 employees, right? So what we were able to do is take it to Northwest Lyman College Department of Education, and we used adult curriculum and adult learning techniques to ensure that we were going to get systematic change, sustained change throughout their careers. As soon as we rolled Sticky out to the field, it spread across our workforce like no other initiative we have ever seen.
Well, when Quanta comes to the scene, they really created Sticky. They said it and everybody's like, oh, that is how we're going to get it at the craft level. And the workers naturally get it. It's not that weird for the workers.
Matt uses the example of the Ford F-150 as the new view of safety. Ford Motor Company knows the most important asset of that vehicle is the purchaser behind the wheel. And they recognize that the safety of that individual is the lifeblood of their success.
The event still happens, but I have that capacity to fail safely.
It's exactly prevention through design.
It's this idea that we need to improve our processes, improve our systems, and really create control so that when somebody comes to work today and has a bad day, that we have controls in place so that those failures can occur safely.
And that's what saves people's lives, that barrier, that control of the energy.
And I'll give you a quick example. Let's just talk about lifting and rigging, or a crane pick, something that many of us do every day. Of course, we're going to train our operator, we're going to inspect our rigging, and we're going to make sure we have ground stability, all the things it takes to safely set up that crane. But we're also going to put an exclusion zone up, because we know that it's not if, it's when we drop a load. When we drop that load or the energy is released, we want to ensure that we can absorb that without changing somebody's life.
Matt is such an inspirational, visionary leader, and for Matt, it's not about implementing another program or another safety approach. It's about bringing heartbeats home every night, and I think getting behind that work is something that's incredibly important, and I'm so proud to work with him every day.
So he always says 50,000 heartbeats. You know, we got 50,000 heartbeats. What are we doing today? What are we doing to protect them? We'll never get today back. You know, he makes all of us think different, and the capacity model is almost a perfect reflection of his thinking. It makes us all think different, and I think he's just getting started.
I think the model's great in being able to speak freely about incidents or injuries.
It makes all the difference in the world when someone wants to embrace an initiative, and I think our safety team, Matt especially, has done a fantastic job of implementing the model to the field.
They are sharing this openly, and I would be the first one to say, if you're not paying attention to what Quanta's done to bring the kind of new view to life in a deliverable format that can be consumed by the workforce, you're doing your company a disservice.
Matt, I'm super excited for you. Well deserved. Congratulations.
This is an achievement of a lifetime for a safety person.
I have so much respect for you, and I'll always be here for you, buddy. Good job.
We're real proud of you, as well as all the people that have made this possible within our organization. So, well done.
Hey Matt, congratulations on winning the Award of Excellence.
Mom, I gotta tell you, I'm sorry. It's the stuff that kills you, not the shit that kills you.